Опять, блин, World of Warships. Как он меня бесит. Короче, наверное, с Ютуба все нафиг отсюда. Мне так раздражает его вот эти вот глюки, блин, не запускается, что-то приостанавливается, сбрасывается. Да, да, вот опять оно включилось, то, что мне не нужно. Охеренно просто. Ай, блин.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember.
Так, кто забежал, лайкуху поставил, признавайся.
Who share the memory?
Да вот ссылка на Twitch, короче. Переходите и будьте там, если что. Ну, кому интересно, кто со мной общается, там смотрит. Потому что меня накаляет этот YouTube. Он вечно, у него какая-то вот... Я не могу нормально запустить трансляцию. Он что-то не находит, обрыв связи. Вот Twitch шел нормально, я посмотрел. Twitch идет отлично. На YouTube просто обрыв связи и все. На этом идет загрузка. Я буду потихоньку, возможно, в один момент я просто перестану стримить на YouTube. Нафиг оно надо. Мне Twitch как-то более... И там настройки нормальные. Здесь каждый раз я должен... Запускаю, вроде выставил Genshin Impact, название, все, выбрал эту игру. Запускаю. Он мне показывает корабли там, что-то сбиваем, что-то... И игра уже выбрана другая. Тут бред какой-то с этим Ютубом, я не знаю. Раньше так все просто было. Предварительный просмотр. Запускаешь все. Все тебе видно, блин. А сейчас такая жопа на этом Ютубе. Я вообще не понимаю. Тут. Так, дайте мне сейчас включить.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory?
Паш, привет. Спасибо тебе за лайкушку. Олька, ты тут? Так, я не дочитал про комиту там что-то. Призывает гигантский метеорит, который у нас неплохо. Каменение. Каменная воля. Падение наносит дополнительный урон, равный 30. Неплохо. Короче, что? От максимального HP. Короче, его в живучесть качаешь, и вот эта ульта будет прям... Да, понятно, но интересно же. Ух, нифига в зажатом режиме. Стопы! Ты там, дядя, потише. Ну, а ты что там лазишь, стесняешься? Блин, он алебардой владеет, просто трындец. А ёпта. Дед уже вышел из продажи. Не, ну, из продажи-то понятно, но он же вроде бы есть шанс выпадения, если я не ошибаюсь. Или я ошибаюсь? Даже в обычных баннерах он там вроде бы есть. Джунли, да, там, по-моему, называется. Ицин, Джин, это понятно, но другие типы есть. Они, кстати, тоже повыходили, но где-то есть. Юнь, это не он, это морозный хрен. Это. Значит, в следующем появится. По-любому. Просто шанс будет. А ну ёпта. Подожди, что, серьезно, ты залезть не можешь? А, ну ясно. Я понял. Уже глаз зачесался, как он лазит. Ну и хрен с ним. Не, прикольный чувак, конечно, выпадет. Ну, я не буду там до усирачки упарываться, что прям жаждать. Мне знаешь, чем чувак этот понравился? Вот, не знаю, харизма его мне нравится. Вот реально видно, что он бог там контрактов. Его прикольно сделали в плане характера, харизмы.
Just looks like a fancy salt holder. Seems like the god of salt was a god lacking in treasures.
According to my knowledge, it's no ordinary vessel. Although it is only half full, it is also forever half full.
Соль мне не кончается,
That is
прикольно.
to say, it is bottomless.
What? You're saying that even if I pour the salt out, the
Exactly.
Able to produce endless salt. The god of salt is powerful and
Finally, after all that effort, I've found precious treasure. I claim this as mine.
А, хрен тебе.
I just need to pour the endless salt into 1,000 or 10,000 bags. I can sell it and make a fortune.
Hey, how can you use a relic of the god of salt for such a shallow pursuit?
If Mr. Clement wants this
Он
salt,
тебе выпал, да, Эверлайт?
then the next object we find will belong to Miss Wanyan, according to the contract agreed upon.
Of course, as we agreed. But how can anything be worth more than this rare find?
Since we have a contract, it's no use.
Then let's move on, shall we?
Там что-то дальше реально выпадет очень получше, чем эта чаша. Соленая. Туда, да, надо идти? Погнали. Ребята.
This is order. Solidify.
Не выпал? Блин, печально. Сейчас же ты слышал, да, новость? Выйдет лучница ледяная. Блин, что-то я хочу, чтобы она мне выпала. У нее вроде бы ульта офигенная, блин. С неба эти осколки падают. Понятно. Блин, ну надо вдвоем как-то. Только не говорите, что мне нужно Эмбер ставить. Медведь, ты поможешь мне? Блин, надо Эмбер доставить. А, можно ж, наверное, эту фигню поставить. Стоп. Столб его, точно. Колонну можно. Точняк. О, и ты написал. До меня допирает чутка попажа. А тут что у нас? Ай, что такое? Каменная линейка.
This, if I remember correctly, this is some kind.
Indeed. But the god of salt imbued it with another power. When you stick this ruler in the ground, the surrounding area will become covered in
О,
salt,
неплохо.
much like a rising tide covers. The deeper it is stuck in the ground, the more salt will appear. It is essentially a bumper harvest of salt.
What? That's even better than the salt chalice.
Ну, конечно, лучше. Все, иди со своей чашкой отсюда, и пинка бы ему еще дал.
Well then, according to our contract, the salt ruler goes to Miss Wanyan.
No, unacceptable. I paid for an organization.
Да вышвырните этого придурка, какой он там жадный, блин.
And this girl has been useless. Why would she get anything?
Oh boy, here we go again.
So you are saying you want to break the contract?
So what if I break it? Now that I've seen how the mechanisms in this ruin work, I no longer need you. Let's not forget who hired who here. Why should I let you make the rules?
Да, я ему хочу это лопатой херячить.
Because you agreed to a contract. Rex Lapis once said, "Ones who break their contracts shall suffer the wrath of the rock."
That is one of your Liyue gods. I am from Snezhnaya. I
Will suffer the wrath of the rock.
Ну и где ты, сволочь?
This is order.
Quake! Quake! Can't run from dead. I shall confiscate your treasure as well.
О, неплохо.
You are not worthy to continue any further into the ruin. Leave this place.
Oh, darn you! Just you wait.
Шел вон отсюда.
Some archaeological survey. He could only pretend for so long.
Надеюсь, ты никогда не станешь такой же жадиной, как он, Пайман.
Hey, Paimon likes Mora, but Paimon doesn't do bad things.
Clement's wrongdoing stemmed from greed, yes. But besides greed, there are many other things that may tempt us to... When people see the object of their dreams, how many are really able to control their desire? I think we should be honest with each other now.
Huh? Be honest about what?
That in truth, not a single member of this archaeological expedition.
Why do you say that?
О, я вижу сундук вон там, по-моему. Если бы не касцена, я бы его не увидел.
Miss, you lack even the most basic archaeological knowledge, and can recognize naught but a few simple relics. You aren't interested in archaeology or relics. What you're really interested in is the... I believe those legends about the god of salt that you mentioned on the Pearl Galley are passed down between generations at Yinyuan Hall.
Okay, that's enough. Sir, you are indeed a man of great knowledge and talents. You're right. I'm not a scholar of archaeology. I come from one of the 8 trades under the jurisdiction of the chiefs. Our ancestors were those protected by the god of salt all those years ago, when the Archon War engulfed the land in chaos.
Oh, right. Now that you mention it, the people of Leah advanced.
During the war, Morax assassinated our god out of envy for her power. He left us alone and lost in the world. We hate him! But this is Morax's Liyue after all. And its history is written as he wishes. So I seek proof of Morax's guilt. He has blood on his hands and cruelty in his heart. We agreed to a contract that we will face the truth head on, didn't we, Mr. Zhongli? You must judge this history fairly.
Naturally, of course. But I must add, Liyue is no longer... Come with me. All the answers you seek lie
Это
ahead.
типа сейчас идет история, рассказ о том, что вот этот вот... Это Шон Маркос, по-моему, да? Убил вот эту соляную леди, богиню. Только, наверное, вряд ли он ее убил, и там какая-то другая правда скрывается. Что-то интересно прям. Что-то прям так. Подожди, я где-то сундук видел, вот он. Слышь, алё. О, офигеть. Любасику где-то можно залезть. Блин. Такое, а как туда попасть? А, ну нетерпеливый я просто был. Ладно. Что? А, ну конечно. Блин, вот в некоторых находил такие... ну, просто в мире, да, бегаешь, изучаешь. Вот такие вот 2-3 штуки, вот где реально его столб очень помог бы там, ну, ту или иную разгадку разгадать. Так, стоп, подождите, мужички, что тут у нас, ничего? Эпично просто выглядит это. Лети еще один. Блин, я его уже хочу. Только чисто из-за этой касцены. Лучший шахтер в районе.
I will have order. Crumble.
Столб как-то встрял в стену прям. Морковки тут нету? Нет? О, морковка, ты смотри. Блин, у меня игра услышала, морковку искал.
This is a sword?
Что-то он сломанный какой-то.
Aha! It's a broken sword. This is proof. This proves that the god of salt had to fight back. The power of this sword surely is much greater than that of the... If we can repair the sword, then we can show the world the mighty power of the god of salt.
It does look like something left behind after being defeated in battle.
А кто это просто стрим... Ой, господи, на ютубе. Чё стрима? Аккаунту. В смысле, что опять регистрация? Кто это вообще? Я так и не понял, кто это.
Two pieces of a broken sword. From an archaeological perspective, these are two separate relics.
Why? We were alternating claims to treasure, true. But Clement is no longer here.
Yes, but the only one object per claim clause still holds true. You cannot take two relics at the same time.
This logic!
Zhongli, she seems like a good person, and no one is fighting over the treasure.
When there's a contract, nothing can be allowed to slide. If the contract is not followed, then it is broken.
Блин, он лучший контрактор. Ему в банк надо идти работать.
No! If I only take one half, then it can't be repaired, and the power of the god of salt cannot be restored. No matter what, I must be faithful to her. Even if it breaks the contract, I don't care.
So you are already decided? Then there is a price to pay for breaking the contract.
Zhongli!
That is to say, you consign yourself to suffer the wrath of the rock.
That's okay. The god of salt gave up her life to protect her people. Punish me however you want. Just let me take this proof of my faith.
No, you can't hit her!
Perhaps that punishment would be easier for her. But, as punishment, I will tell you the truth.
Huh?
Правду сейчас о себе расскажет, похоже.
The truth? You mean the truth is my punishment?
Yes. The truth that I am about to tell you shall be your price to pay for breaking the contract.
Расскажу тебе, как все было на самом деле, это станет ценой нарушения контракта. Ух, ни хрена себе, что-то она расстроится, походу, сейчас. А, Серега, все понял. Не, я просто ника не вижу твоего, понимаешь? Я вижу, что ты пишешь, а ника не вижу. Я ж не пойму, кто это.
I'm afraid to say that the god of salt, Havria, was not the powerful god you imagine her to be. Rather, she was a small and weak god who yielded to all other gods.
What?
During the Archon War, the gods of this world used all their strength and cunning to vie for control of Tevat.
Возвращение, Малька.
But Havria instead chose to flee. She thought that by giving up before a fight could start, she could save herself and her people from the war. However, during such a long war, there is no end to the advances of aggressors. After making countless concessions, Havria lost all of her lands, until only one small haven remained.
No. No. It can't be so.
In her last days, she had not even a single blade to defend her people with.
Not even a single blade? Then... this sword...
This sword is not a relic belonging to the god of salt, but is instead the murder weapon used to kill her.
Murder weapon? No! That's not true! That can't be true! You're trying to test my faith in the god of salt.
As I said before, I only state the facts.
Preposterous! You are a follower of Morax! Don't try to trick me!
Hey! Hey! Come back!
Indeed. Otherwise, why would I use the truth as punishment? I did not want to tell her such cruel facts. Let's follow her deeper into the ruin. There, I fear, we will find something that will leave her no choice but to...
В глубине шахты еще будет правда. Пойдем в глубины шахты.
Are these statue thingies...
Да, бежали, кстати.
What will we find ahead?
Salt. And betrayal.
И это последователи Архонта Соли? Предательство? Она что, предала свой народ? Это же ее последователи, да? Да.
What are all these? What did they see? What did they do? What happened?
Since you do not trust me, let us continue onward. That which lies beyond this door will show you all that happened back then.
Что-то будет эпическое, я прям чувствую. Что, надо было с ней поговорить? Что тут цель в этом районе? Гора соли. И она. Эпицентр взрыва. Чтобы раньше не находился в этом месте, сейчас здесь осталась лишь горка соли. Значит, с ней поговорить.
This is the scene of the crime. Havria's body dissipated, leaving nothing but these traces of salt. Her dying moments have since been frozen in time to this very day. The story continues that some among her people realized at last that this gentle, kind, but weak god could never protect anyone in wartime. The Archon War was cruel in the extreme. Instead of consigning her to the agony of defeat, they thought perhaps it would be better to give her a quick release.
Так это вот этот чувачок, походу, да, мечом ее пырнул? Застыл аж на месте.
But what about these statue thingies?
No matter how weak the god, the power that flows forth when they are slain is beyond the strength of mortal coils to bear. Those who could not flee were thus transformed. Those of her people who were untouched by this disaster left for Liyue, where they sought refuge with Rex Lapis. Their descendants feared Havria's remnants and lived in terror that she had laid upon them an eternal curse. So they risked their lives to come here, to break the sword and offer up obeisances in hopes that her anger might, but they need not have done so. For how could a god who had never once resisted, even
Even if this must be a lie, a false history, don't you dare try to shake my faith!
Да что она бегает вперед, задолбала, блин, уже приняла его как есть.
Yikes. Zhongli didn't show any mercy this time either.
This is the price she must pay. Yet I would not call it a bad thing. Judging by how she appeared, I fear that she will struggle for a time. But even if she may not escape that struggle immediately, simply recognizing the truth is good enough for now. Indeed, in ages past, Havria's story served as a warning to me as well. Faith in a god who has already passed will do you no good. So it is for Havria. And so it is for Morax also. All right then. Now, would you like to accompany me in taking a trip to Guyonstone Forest?
Huh? What do you want to do, Zhongli?
Treading old ground, telling old stories. One cannot help but be reminded of old acquaintances.
Испытание завершено. А, все-таки нужно, да, будет туда к нему вернуться. Ой, давай сундучок. Ерунда всякая. Не, полезно, я ничего не скажу, ну ерунда. Больше ничего интересного. Так, ладненько. Но это еще не конец, я так понял, да? Джонни не тот фрукт? Почему не тот фрукт? Что там с ним случилось? С Джонни-то. Джонни-та. Самое интересное, да, Кэлен? Ну, может... Не, интересно. С историей тут мне такое послушать и почитать интересно. И спора нет. Но они все сделаны интересно, как по мне. Конечно, не было скучно, скажем так, да? И с Моно интересно, и с Кли было интересно, именно знакомство с ней. Так, секундочку, подожди-ка. Это наверх надо? Я понял. Подожди, это с южной стороны, по-моему, подниматься. Блин, я этого чувака так и не могу завалить по времени. Там чутка ему не хватает, мне урона не хватает. Джун Ли все спланировал заранее? Да, я не спорю, он мне понравился. Ульта у него просто бешеная, вот эта вот комета летит. Он такой стоит спокойно, смотрит, как это сейчас что-то раздавит кого-то там. Невозмутимый парень. Погодь. Да погодь. Не туда, да? Явно. Может, не надо?
Oz, reveal thy wings of darkness. Eat this!
It's nothing. Your life is gone.
Мясо птицы, это хорошо. Блин, ненавижу эти пузыри.
Oz, reveal. After I him, it's the fuck.
Почему нельзя на ровном месте сражаться? Что за бред вот этот в горах? Чуть не отъехал.
Nice and spicy. My royal.
Но началось. Комбо-удары. Эй, куда улетел? Да хорош. А.
Oz, reveal thyself.
It's nothing.
Скорее всего, последователи Соли заказали у Джун Ли меч по контракту, но в последний момент решили передать богиню. Наверное. Таня, где танки, поиграй, там самый трешак. У меня было 53%, стало 49%. Что там, какие танки? У него в кораблях там трешак начался, блин. Не знаю, столько заходит бестолочи просто. Просто ни о чем. Я не знаю, как там сражаться, как там играть, если пол команды просто не понимают, на чем они играют, что делают и так далее. Поэтому я от кораблей просто отдыхаю. Когда-никогда зайду, там директивку выполню и все на этом. Там столько бестолочей просто. Слышь, ты невысоко забрался, паренек. Красиво, конечно, но... И луна.
Now, I mentioned before that many gods of old have been sealed beneath the Guyan stone forest. The Adepti have presently handed Liyue over to mortals, and Havria's time was even further in the past. The Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler that she left behind should not return to Liyue. To leave them here is to let them slumber. And it is also a home. I ended an era with my own two hands. I've always wondered how I should remember that which I ended. History records, But history may be changed. This incident proved that. Time is a mighty force, and history's twist in its flow. I need to find a better way of recording history in order to engrave its truth. Stone carvings were one such ancient method, but unchanging stone, immovable earth, even one such as myself.
Zhongli.
Therefore, I thought of you, traveler. You are one who crosses the celestial atlas, and who passes through countless worlds. If our history is engraved in your memory, it will one day accompany you into another world. As long as a traveler like you is able to record what happened, then a backup of sorts will exist for times and tides of Tevat. Well, may you find treasure among the stars, even after you have left Tevat. Now, I am the god of wealth, so I would think that my words have some weight here. Now then, it is time that we consigned both the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler to the sea.
Huh? Why do we need to throw them into the sea?
As I said before, this is the place to which the remnants of many bygone gods are. This includes Osial, overlord of the Vortex, who the Jade Chamber most recently returned to this ocean prison. Thousands of years ago, the Adepti and I fought against the turmoil that plagued every corner of this land. Guyan Stone Forest, where I sealed many gods with my spears. After so long, naught but folktales remain. Osial, you and I were foes, but our ancient grudge is but a bygone memory now. May that which Havria has left behind be yours to subsume. And thus another spark of divinity departs from Liyue. My legacy shall now be left to those who come after to debate.
Все, пройдено. 60 этих дали.
I will remain here for a while. I fear that moments of reminiscence like this can only grow fewer. We did not measure right and wrong during the days of the Archon War in the same manner as we... Of course, as I am now, I only wish that she could have lived in a gentler time. I will remain here for a while. Though the Salt Chalice and Salt Ruler do have power in their own right, if a day comes when he should recover his strength and return...
Он отправил артефакт соли в воду, чтобы ослабить Архонта Вихрей.
I will remain here for a while. That is a good question. In the past, but now... Yes. But if this journey was to your liking, why don't you come along the next time?
Ну хорошо, выполнено. У нас еще одна, да, там осталась. Из-за моря. Собирайтесь. Так, это Тарталия ж, да? Небесный кит. Причем 2 с лишним километра, блин. Так, а что я хотел сделать, я забыл. Во-первых, нам нужно бустануть ее. Ноэль. Возвысить. О, денег хватает. Мы получим искру. Искра нам нужна. Давай. Да, да, пожалуйста, пожалуйста. Что там у нас с молитвами? Через 2,5 часа сменится баннер. Там будет та, которая, я надеюсь, у меня выпадет. 2500. Итого еще 3200 надо, да? 700 меньше, 600, грубо говоря. Это сейчас вот это задание, не знаю, что там сильно много не получу. Ну да, я понял, Эверлайт, что он задумал, что он сделал. Продуманный тип. Вот это он мне и нравится. Мне надо где-то 600 найти. 600. Вот эту я смогу один раз крутануть, который там баннер будет. 10 я собрал. А здесь 2 раза можно будет крутануть, когда выйдет. Ладно. Что у меня есть еще такое? Где можно выбить созвездие, или как они, камни истока. Что по истории? Педали какие-нибудь? Че какие? А, падали, блин, педали читаю, ёпсель. Педали какие-нибудь, думаю, что за педали? Да круток я делал, но я, знаешь, я не сильно соображал. Ну, как соображал, понимал, что да как. Поэтому я крутил, что было, то и крутил, скажем так. Сейчас я вот чисто насобирал вот эти вот, сейчас 3200 хочу собрать, чтобы новый баннер там на нового героя. Вот хочу лучницу ледяную, чтобы она выпала. А здесь один раз, что там будет, крутану, посмотрим, что выпадет. Ну так, из персонажей, если тебе интересно. Ну вот у меня есть что тут из персонажей. Где они тут? Не помню. Да, надо зайти, забыл. По-моему, через эту. Да, вот здесь. Вот у меня мои персонажи. Это все, что есть. Историю посмотри. А, ты имеешь из этого в виду? Давай. История. Альбеда вот выпал. Меч-колокол. Нингуан. Пусто. Опять Нингуан. Сахароза. Церемония... Ну, меч, короче. И опять Сахароза. Ноэль. Церемониальный лук. Пусто. Сянь-линь. Ну, все на этом. В смысле баннер обновился? Он осталось времени, видишь, 2,5 часа. Я так понял, он заканчивается, выйдет баннер с этим, с девчушкой, которая, не знаю, ты смотришь, там следишь. Она должна выпасть, которая лучница. Ледяная. Ты видел? Смотрел? Которая с рожками. Она там что-то помогала, там как-то в каком-то было эпизоде. Мы ее видели. Из Цисинь или из, к этой к Ноэль относится, не помню. Нингуан. А, не просто, ну, не просто, что ж поделать. Шанс-то есть, посмотрим. Такс. Да я знаю, сколько там ждать, там прилично ждать. 90 круток. Подожди, 90 круток это по 10 штук или чего? То есть 9 раз десяток крутануть, правильно?
I do hope the next... It's a Favonia, sir.
Черт, где он находится. Ну, на 90-м ты имеешь в виду на 9-й крутке, правильно? По десятке, если крутить. 90 ты имеешь в виду единичных, я правильно понимаю?
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why's that? Has something happened?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active Ruin Guard presence in this area, even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity.
Я просто джин выпало. И прошло... Я не скажу, что я 90 круток сделал, чтоб мне выпал потом альбедо. Вот мне честно, мне как будто это рядышком было в каком-то. Я, учитывая, что не так много играю в нее.
Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden.
Не скажу, не помню. По-моему, в том, в который за судьбоносные встречи. В обычном, да, выпало. А, ну тогда они же разные, правильно пишут.
As I say, the reason is still unclear. We have very little intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. Sorry? Did you say something?
Was that supposed to be your impression of Master Diluc talking about the Knights of Favonius?
Ауторушка мне меньше всего нужно. Танечек, привет, привет. Нормально дела, как сам? Как у тебя что?
In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase...
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that so? Well, I did see some Ruin Guard footprints on the hillside, but since then I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh?
While the milliliter...
Погнали, короче.
This footprint is huge. It has to be the one that guy was talking about.
Фига себе, что это за монстр шагал.
Another one. Yep. Seems the ruin
Страж
guards
руин
did
вышел
come out for a
погулять.
walk after all.
О,
Trail of ruin guard footprints leads us
а я эту
here.
ерунду тут, помню, не прошел почему-то.
A ruin guard over there.
Присел отдохнуть. Так, есть еще прикол. С него может упасть не инвентная лего, а если она падает, то следующая будет инвентовая. А, понятно. То есть, типа, из десятки выпадает самый обычный, то следующая будет офигенная, да? Ты имеешь в виду? Подъем. Красавчик. Вырублен.
My royal, nice and spicy. You're toast.
Midnight Phantasmagoria. It's no
Что-то он застыл. Ты подзавис, чувак. Батарейка села.
Oz, reveal thyself! Well, that's one down.
Фига себе, я понял тебя. Блин, замудренное все. Серьезный дядя, ну да. Я? Я раньше занимался 5 лет спортом, Александр. А ты каким ты спортом начал заниматься?
Let's keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
Hey you! Check this out! Isn't it awesome?
What is he wearing?
I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? You bet! Mr. Cyclopses are crazy strong. No bad guys can escape from these guys.
Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute. Wait, what? Do people seriously call them that?
Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world. It's his job to sell this kind of stuff. Right now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from.
Одноглазик там родился.
It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be a pretty new kind, huh? I've never seen one that can fly and talk before.
Ограниченная партия, завидуешь.
Hey, just because you get to play with Paimon all the time does not mean that Paimon's a toy.
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child?
We just, found him.
Uh-uh. You shouldn't be out here, boy. There are killing machines in the area.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely. And including this one. It's not moving now, but if it...
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing machine.
Mr. Cyclops?
We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a bad man.
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at...
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do the babysitting?
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's Tusser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in Liyue. But I'm all on my own, and I don't know where to find him.
И Снежной найти брата. И он просто мелкий, точная копия Тарталии. Прям волосы и цвет глаз. Ну, по любасику, да? Плюс к тому же, что квеста о нем.
You came all the way from Snezhnaya?
Oh, I think this is the part where I give you this. Here you go.
What is it? Looks heavy. What the?
My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice person to give this to, and they will take good care of Tusser.
Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it all this way armed with Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much more from selling toys.
Yay! Thanks, nice lady. All right, now we gotta make a pinky. You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
Wow, that one nursery rhyme kinda says all you need to know about Snezhnayan culture.
Кто-то идет.
Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea! Alright, off we go!
Alright! Finally, now I get to see my brother!
Так. А тут сколько квестов. Надо их тоже будет повыполнять. Они вроде у меня тут по всему городу. Да и не только здесь, я и там где-то видел. Ненавязчиво подсвечено. Упс. Так какой ты, Влад, иди, стой дальше отдыхать, вали. К Владу прицепилась, ты посмотри.
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fine.
Huh? What is he doing here?
Брательник, я так и знал, прям похоже.
Yay, my brother! I found you!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother Tooser. My... What a nice surprise, Tooser. I thought it would have to wait till I return home before... How are the others? Sister Tonia and brother Anton? Is everybody keeping well?
Тоня и Антон. У них все хорошо, замечательно, я
They
думаю.
miss you a lot. Tonya prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, Tooser? How have I not heard anything about this?
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys, so obviously I thought you were on board. And then, when I got off, I just kept walking and walking, and then I found a Mr. Cyclops. Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice lady to help me come look for you.
And also, Tooser is Child's brother? Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Tooser's money.
Сразу можно со спокойной душой принять бабки.
Tooser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, Tooser. I hope you said a big thank you to them.
Yep, I always remember my pleases and thank yous.
Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us.
Блин, вот у нее морда нарисована, такая ухмылка. Жесть.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it personally. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside, we get on quite well, don't you think? Come on, you know I'm just a pawn and all that, just doing my part. As for who wins, who loses, and how each side deals, I'm much more interested in who wins and who loses when it comes to our little
Sounds like you're ready to get your butt kicked again.
You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have it quite so easy next time.
Whoa. You aren't gonna fight now, are you?
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice lady? Are you guys enemies?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Paimon has a question. Tooser said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed to be one of the
Yes, about that. Look, I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatui's, or should I say Snezhnaya's, darker side. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa. But Tusser is still so young, and in his... as I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya's greatest expatriate toy seller, currently attached to the Liyue branch of our Institute for Toy Research.
That's right! My brother's the greatest! He's Mr. Cyclops' bestest friend!
Just humor me in front of Tusser, if you would be so kind. Ah yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with...
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well, you might as well get a little exercise out of it.
Слышу, у этих Фатуи, он в банке, да, которая дает им задания, там, налоги собирать, задания, прочее. Екатерина зовут. У нас у этих в гильдии приключенцев тоже Екатерина. Причем что в Манштате, что в Люе. Везде одни Екатерины заправляют. Это какой-то заговор Екатерин, походу.
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tusser, duty calls. I'm sure Miss Nice Lady here will be happy to keep you company while I'm out, though.
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure! I really like this lady. And anyway, she made a pinky promise to take good care of me.
Ah, well, it sounds like Tusser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tusser's entertainment fund. I want him to have a good time while he's in Liyue. So if need be, you may find me by the river near Qingshu Pool.
Блин, что, нянчится? О, ранг есть, отлично. Робот? Кто? Мелкий? Или здоровый? Мелкий. Ну и робот. А, она. Блин, господи, я опять не внимательно. Возможно. Блин, я думал, от первого лица игры. Так, сейчас награду надо получить. Так куда ж ты полезла? Вот по перилу, да, надо лезть? Екатерина еще одна. А, просто Катерина. Там Екатерина, а тут просто Катерина. Какие-то разные имя, да. О, ну так, 7, блин, лучше бы мне кристаллу дали 50 000. А, тут 1 в 1 будет. А это что такое? Урон вызова стихии. Окей. Вот 44-й мне нравится. И 45-й мне нравится. Переход, да? У нас что, ранг 5 уже, что ли? 5. Я думаю, что они все сильные стали.
Those super colorful winged things. They're called kites. The kids in Liyue love...
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way. Let Granny guess. From what you're wearing, I would say...
Мне, походу, отдыхать надо. Потому что я опять не прочитал неправильно. Бабуля Шань, торговец оружием. Прочитал.
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh, the kite will fly in.
Wow, that's amazing! Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Ну да, там Снежная, там все царица. И царя какого-нибудь.
Mr. Cyclops, I'm sorry,
I want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but...
Will this picture do? I drew it myself. I bring it with me.
I'll manage. Still, I must warn you that custom build...
We should be fine. Child was pretty generous with that. But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, you know, kinda irresponsible. Well, so, yes, technically speaking, these funds are earmarked for Tooser's entertainment. But either way, it's time to talk prices.
И какую же ей цену заломить? Блин, я сейчас окно закрою, что-то холодно стало. Блин, пока окно закрывал, дела появились. Так, погнали. Насколько сэкономишь? По бусу не обидеть. Давай 5 дадим. На проезд есть хватит. Можно вручную? Все.
No, that won't do. This amount won't even pay for the materials.
Блин, ну с трусов шеи ему одноглазника. Пофигу, что там, какая разница. Давай тогда 7500. Это просто вот так вот. С царской душой, давай.
No, that won't do.
Слушай, сколько у тебя тряпки стоят тогда? 9.
This price is a little too low.
Слушай, это у меня настроение должно портиться, то что я тебе деньги предлагаю больше, а ты отказываешься. Что это у тебя настроение портится, я не понял. Это у меня оно должно портиться, блин. Ладно. Блин, 11. Понял?
Fine, fine. I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age. I suppose this price will do.
Thanks, Granny.
Worry not. Just leave it to me.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One Man Restaurant? It would be a mighty crying shame to come all the way to Liyue and never try the food.
В ресторан. Ну пойдем по ресторанам, по ресторанам. Жемчужная ниточка какую-то нашел. Вот, можно почитать. А где столик, где присесть может? Что за деревня, блин? Столик. А где тут столик у тебя есть? На троих.
This restaurant has a really choking smell.
A choking smell? Oh, you must be referring to our signature spicy chili set.
Spicy chili? But I can't eat spicy food.
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Is it really that bad?
My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar, and the oil has to be extra virgin vegetable oil.
Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like One Man Restaurant's dishes aren't to Tooser's taste. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Will that be all? Any more special requests?
What do you mean, Chef Now?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason One Man Restaurant exists. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to satisfy this child's taste, I would have absolutely no business calling myself a chef ever again.
Whoa, there seems to be a lot of professional pride riding on this. Then we'll leave it to you, Chef Now. We'll be eating here after all.
Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to cost you more
Твою
than one.
мать. Еще один обычный, чи необычный заказ.
Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Lely Pavilion or Sin.
Is it just Paimon? Or are premium
Ага.
custom orders
Во-во-во.
in fashion?
Даже Пайман это уловила.
Still, surely there must be a little room for negotiation, right?
5000. Это просто супер особый заказ. Просто с барского плеча.
Hey now, come on. I can barely cover the cost of the ingredients at that price.
Твою мать, тебе что, жалко сахару насыпать, да там масло поджарить, да и все. Так. 7, ладно, 8000. 8. Молодец.
Ah, you folks. Let's go with this then. Any more haggling and we'll ruin the other customers' appetites.
Thanks, Chef Now.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
People must have iron stomachs.
Ugh. It was a little too sweet. Paimon feels a little sick.
I thought it was just right. Almost exactly like how my sister Tonya makes it.
But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring Tooser here to try Liyue's specialties? Whatever. So where do you want to go next, Tooser?
I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get a good look around.
Good idea! The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a specialty of Liyue Harbor.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Wow, this place is huge! And there's so many people! Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever freeze?
Given Liyue's climate, the area around the harbor's mouth probably never gets cold enough to freeze. Paimon is kind of the traveler's exclusive personal tour guide. But since this is a special occasion, Paimon can make an exception to help Tooser. This place is Liyue's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the 7 nations ever since it was decided that Liyue would take on the world through trade. Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense throughput capacity of the wharf, yeah, Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon style. So this harbor is like Tevat's mouth, and it's the biggest mouth you've ever seen. All the nations float their boats over the sea into the mouth. The harbor goes nom 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 and has a taste of each boat and the cargo it has on board. Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of delicious mora.
Она только о еде и только о деньгах говорит. Это просто чудовищная девчонка.
Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see.
Wait, Tooser, don't run off! After all that, he wasn't even listening.
That metal hook is huge, and it gets bigger the closer we get.
This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to hold themselves in position to stop the wind and waves from blowing them away.
An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore.
Commodore Hook? Is this another one of your weird toy names?
My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame.
Wow! Using Fatui funds for personal gain? To think Snezhnaya would let their harbingers do that. All for some giant toys. But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that Tooser would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy.
But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look.
Hey! Quit running off!
Блин, ёлы-палы. Думал, я чай пью, а это компот. Офигенно, блин.
Is this where they sell fish? Wow, fish here in Liyue.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining others' business.
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked up. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards. Just how big are the ones you're used to?
Maybe 200 times your size?
Рыбка.
There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anthon and I were so happy.
Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan.
Hey, Miss Nice Lady, let's go over there to see the boats.
Tell me, will I find the right girl?
What's wrong, Tooser? Are you tired? You don't seem so happy.
I miss my brother.
What? But we were just with him.
Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore.
Говорят, дети цветы жизни.
Yep. You can have all the patience in the world, but it won't help you at a time like this. Well, we've played with Tusser long enough, haven't we? Paimon thinks we've tried our best here. Child said that he'd be by the river near Chingshu Pool. Why don't we look for him there? Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Ой, блин, 900 метров отсюда. Фига себе с детем переть. Наверное, отсюда спланировать получится. О, там страж он сидит. Или тот летающий, который... Не знаю, ладно, потом не буду сейчас на нем заострять внимание. О, тут испытание. Как раз выполним. И там испытание дальше, ёпс. Как я тут всего попропускал. Да ёп! Ты чё творишь, дура? Ёлы-палы, фига себе, как я успел так нашкабнуться-то. Блин, тут где-то этот еще геокул. Так, а где эта фигня? А, вон она, берем. Ух ты, золотой этот сундук. Сначала здесь разберемся. Блин, лучники, да, достали просто. Кто еще шмаляет? Так, окейушки, еще один сундучок этот. Обычный уже. Так, наверх, да? Наверх, блин. Давай опять лучше спланирую. Чуть долго я буду забираться. Долетим быстрее, чем доползем туда.
Found him! There's Child! Wait, he's talking to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us guess, are you? If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like you?
Oh, what a commendable imagination. Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance. For I am...
You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always wanted to watch you work.
Как он вовремя встрял-то,
Well, why, yes, of course. For I am, the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
So cool.
Huh?
You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced 3 months ago will run you, yes, 600,000 mora, to be paid in full.
Toys? And how much money?
Wow. Is that what it's gonna cost to fix that head of yours?
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter to everyone! That's what toy selling's all about!
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior, 600,000 mora paid in full.
Yeah, no. Sorry, sales boy. The same joke isn't funny. Or were you always cruising for a bruising?
All right then, I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms?
Would you listen to yourself? You think we just let any old person into the treasure hoarders?
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure hunt.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. All right then. Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot cave nearby. But the treasure hasn't been easy to get at. If you think you're up to snuff, why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf? Of course, that means that once you got it...
Come on. If we can't do it, do you really think this guy stands a chance?
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while since I've been assessed by someone.
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem. Don't blink though, or...
Так, теперь Тарталии, да, испытывать вы. Какого фига он не дотянет? Не, дотянул, слава богу. Я думал, не дотянет. А, еще и на время, ёпс. Изично просто.
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty well, I'd say.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted to fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden...
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk.
Шифр, блин.
I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
So this guy must be the debt collector. But why didn't he just say so?
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this, people speak in code.
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional. Way too professional.
So, Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say, I never imagined that the treasure hoarders would have such strict...
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond. But we fully understand the situation with the... toys, sir. We'll fetch...
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful out...
yes. Couldn't agree more, sir.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some client?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to...
Do I have to? Now is hardly the best...
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but they are already waiting for you south of Lingju Pass. Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will, through the words of her harbingers. This has always been our rule. At present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in Liyue. Please, everyone is standing in formation and waiting for you to bestow...
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment to catch up with my brother, and I'll be right with you.
Do you have to keep working?
Yes, Tusser. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh in from the Motherland, and I need to go teach them the ropes.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too.
I'm afraid you're still too young, Tusser. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
But...
I really do have to go now, Tusser. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, all right?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself any favors with the whole toy. To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Maybe, but he has good intentions. Wait, where's Tusser? We were too busy chatting.
Мелкий словил.
Seems likely. Tusser did seem really... Either way, let's head over there first.
Все равно, видимо, что-то подслушает, возможно, узнает. Мне так кажется. Там есть телепорт ближайший? Нету. По дороге еще и бежать. Телепорта там нету. Ля, какой деловой идет. Палкой, блин, шаман. А тебя даже не видят, не слышат. Шадомает его этого командира. Нет, все, готов. Кстати, надо будет навыки поповышать этим ребятам. О, блин, еще здоровики. Блин, может, как-то можно обойти? Че время на них тратить? Ага, все-таки подслушай.
Tooser, so you did come here. Shh, quiet. My brother's giving his speech.
Продавцы игрушек.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zepelyarny Palace. You will chill the very marrow in our enemies' bones. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and meticulousness, for the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites and rattle drums. Who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of Liyue.
Uh-huh. Kites are really fun, too.
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace, too, is a battlefield.
Uh-huh.
So as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my every order. A refusal shall be considered a betrayal, and the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged from, from the Liyue Institute of Toy Research.
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the Institute?
Huh?
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Time to try something else. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Hey, did he just say...
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? Well, what an honor!
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot.
You'll get frostbite.
Хорош. Так, я понял.
By royal decree, Midnight Phantasmagoria! Nice and spiky!
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Let's end this quickly.
Don't waste my time. Your life is mine.
I guess this is it. Being killjoy, we've only just begun. Let's not go. Nice and give me a go.
Like Royal Crew. Shadow Raker, Black Knight Fall.
We've only just begun. You can't run. Kill this being. Get it together. Put your back into it.
Riptide.
I see through you. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun.
Your life is mine.
You can't run.
Nice and spicy.
Roasted fry. Don't be a killjoy. We've only just begun. That's all you got. You can't run. Don't be a killjoy.
Better be a scrap.
I miscalculated. You need to hurry up.
Booba, get them.
Roasted fry.
Shouldn't let your guard down.
Cook this through.
Well then, do you all understand what I said earlier?
Почему странно? Это пробный. Потому что я проходил как это задание за него.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. And you all almost managed to get me limbered up. In other words, you've done well for new recruits.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger.
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you all glorious victory. Dismissed!
Brother, you are amazing.
Oh, Tooser, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken you to play at Wang Shuin.
Yikes. That's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I never pass on an opportunity to improve my strength. I'm not the man I was when we first met. You must mean my foul legacy transformation. It puts a great strain on my body, so it's best saved for crucial moments. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway, I'm no Senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on now.
The foul legacy transformation? Does it make you stronger than Mr. Cyclops? I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, Tooser, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get stronger if you know the reason. I can teach you, but think carefully first. Why do you want to fight?
I want to protect Sister Tonya.
That's a good answer, Tooser. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me. How do...
Leave it to me.
You know, Tooser's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, Tooser? Isn't it about time that you took the boat back home?
But you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
Tooser, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up the toy seller act forever.
Well, if you just do one little thing for me.
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? Alright, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research!
Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
Done deal. After all, you've come all this way for me, Tusser. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant you one last wish before you leave.
Exactly! Are you sure this is a good idea? It doesn't seem like the best place for—
You should come along too, Traveler! This time, it's Tusser's turn to take you sight.
Let me think. Ah, yes, the Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of person—
The brothers are ganging up on us again.
Что продолжается еще все-таки? Блин, а в принципе можно туда спланировать, я надеюсь. Хоть возвышенность есть. Бежать неохота туда. Угу, замечательно. Блин, сразу очень опасно. Это что, из-за уровня, что ли? Нужно качать этих героев. Очень низкого уровня.
Here we are. Welcome to Liyue's Institute of Toy Research.
Yeah, we're here! I can already hear the sounds of machinery inside. Awesome!
What is this place?
Based on my limited understanding, I believe this is one of Dottore is another one of the Fatui Harbingers. He loves tinkering with old things. It's a personal passion of his. So, he converted these ruins into a Ruin Guard research lab.
Huh? So the ruin guards are built by the
No, they have much closer connections to the Abyss. So, strictly speaking, they're as much our enemies as anyone else's. As to why the Ruin Guards have been moving outside of this area recently, I can only imagine that he's gotten bored of playing around with them and has lost interest in this place.
Wow, yet another Harbinger with a bad attitude. But at least this explains why you were totally okay with bringing Tusser here. Seems you did your homework.
Well, I wouldn't go quite that far. I actually have no idea what this
Wait, so are you or are you not worried about your brother's safety?
Of course I am. But no matter what the danger is, I will parry it. Isn't that what any older brother would do? Even Tusser understands that, now that he knows what he's fighting for. It's the very same reason that's been nestled in—
What are you guys chatting about? Come on, let's—
All right.
Еще одно подземелье. 35-е. Нужна вода. В текущем отряде нет гидра. 35-й уровень, да. Гидра. Вот у меня тут гидра есть. Вот гидра есть. Вот ее, наверное, возьму. Олька, ты там не приснула? Нормалек все это? Или ты уже убежала?
Brother, someone was saying that Mr. Cyclops is a killing machine.
Were they now? What a silly thing for them to say. And you shouldn't go repeating it either, Tusser. You're far too young to be talking about such violent topics.
Yeah, I knew that they were lying anyways. Mr. Cyclops is here to defeat the bad guys and protect the—
Right. With Mr. Cyclops around, the bad guy—
That's right. Okay, I'm going to go play with Mr. Cyclops now.
Hey, Tusser, wait up!
The door's shut. Will Tusser be alright?
There's another path over there. Let's move.
Жди вниз или куда? Ага.
No time to lose.
Oh, the door opened! Was that you?
That's right. But give me a moment over here, Tooser. Maybe I shouldn't have spoiled him quite so much.
Those ruin guards have all been strung up. Where are they being taken to?
I don't know, but if there's a chance it's where Tooser is, we need to stop this before things get ugly. Shouldn't let your guard down. No time to lose. A touch of frost. Submit for judgment. The scourge of evil remains. Tooser, see that big stone cube in front of you?
Yay! Do I really get to help?
You bet. Now I'll count down from 3, and then we touch it together. Ready?
That's bright. What is that?
It's a witch ray that will turn you into a little lamb if it hits you. So stay out of its way.
That's scary.
Back together at last. You're not hurt, are you, Tooser?
Hurt? No way. This was fun for you, maybe. We were all scared to death.
What's over there? Wow, this room is huge! Is this where Mr. Cyclops takes his friend?
It is. Impressive, isn't it? Now, how about a little game of hide and seek?
Huh? Now?
I have a surprise for you, you know.
A surprise? Oh, what sort?
Don't worry, you'll have the chance to look for it later. But before that, you have to close your eyes, turn around.
Okay. 60 is a really long time, though.
There's not much time. Let's clear all these hazards out.
48, 47, 46, 45. Are you guys okay? What's all that crashing and banging?
Don't worry, it's all part of the surprise.
Power that isn't Python. 16, 12, 10.
Hey, no cheating. You skipped a few numbers, you little rascal.
You noticed. All right. 15, 14, 13.
After all.
Не-не-не-не-не-не-не, тормози. Что-то неправильно.
Give me another 10 seconds, Tooser. Still hiding.
Huh. Now who's the cheater? All right. 10 seconds, that's it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming, ready or not?
За 10 секунд разобрал толпу, кошмар.
This is everything I've ever dreamed of! It's Mr. Cyclops' world!
Wow. He actually pulled it off. And the way he knocked those ruin guards around was like they really were kids. But Paimon wonders if he'll be alright after using the...
Awesome! Boy, if these Mr. Cyclopses weren't so big, I'd sure love to take one home. Wait, where'd he go? Where'd my brother go?
Aren't you guys supposed to be playing hide and seek?
Oh, that's right. I was so excited that I forgot all about... Well, let's go look for him together, okay?
It's a good thing that you two found me first. Looks like using the foul legacy transformation while I was still injured took more out of me than I thought. I have no idea what I'd do if Tooser saw me like this. Look at me, deflated as a burst balloon.
Вначале привет, дружище. Да нормально, все хорошо. Как сам, как твои дела? А Олька, походу, отошла.
Like I said, I can never pass on an opportunity to test my limits. And that's why I, Tartaglia, am always getting stronger. Anyway, childhood dreams are all too easily shattered. Even if you just leave them be. They will. So someone has to protect them, right? If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make a mistake, you apologize. And if you give someone a dream, you defend it to the end. That is what family is all about, isn't it? Remind you of something, did I?
Quit the tough guy act already! You need to see a doctor right away, mister!
A fine suggestion, but first, I have a little something for Tooser. Please give it to him on my behalf.
Huh? Is this a Mr. Cyclops act?
Indeed. I had made it to order by a smith some time back. I had intended to give it to him on my return to Snezhnaya, but it seems that it would make a better souvenir at this point.
Понятно, вначале.
Wow. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Child's family are really lucky to have him, aren't they?
I'll also need you to explain my abrupt departure to Tooser. You'll help me out, won't you? The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie. That nursery rhyme brings back so many delightful memories. Tooser taught you that one, did he? All right. Thank you.
I can't find him anywhere. Where did he go? What? Why? Why would he leave without me?
Yeah, so he had to leave in a real hurry. He didn't abandon you here on—
Oh. That's great. But still, I was kind of hoping we could play here a little longer. Wow, look at this! I never knew that they made Mr. Cyclopses in this size! Look, it even has my name on it! It's my very own Mr. Cyclops!
You're really loving it, huh?
You bet! My brother is the best big brother ever!
You had a tour of Liyue, you met your brother, visited the Institute of Toy Research, and got yourself a souvenir! Now that's what we tour guides call the perfect trip!
Вот Ольга вернулась. Пропадала где-то.
Do you think you're ready to head back to Snezhnaya?
Don't worry. I know I can't get my way all the time. That'd just be annoying for everyone else. So, let's go.
Заданица тоже завершилась, да? Вернуться в банк все-таки еще не завершилось. Я думаю, там сейчас все завершится.
Ma'am, young Master Tooser, I've been waiting for you.
Did Child send you?
That's correct. Master Child instructed me to arrange for young Master Tooser's return trip.
Who are you? My big brother always tells me never to go off.
But you've been following us around this whole time.
Yeah, that's because I've known who you are.
What?
My brother told us all about you in a letter he sent back home. Sister Tonya read it to me. I actually recognized you the moment I saw you. I just couldn't remember your name.
What a strange twist of fate.
Not at all. In fact, he said that if he ever had the chance, he'd quit his job and join you on your adventures.
Young Master Tooser, the boat to Snezhnaya will dock soon. We'd best prepare for boarding.
Gee, time really flies when you're Well then, see you, Miss Nice Lady. I'll wait for you back home. You definitely have to come visit Snezhnaya sometime. Pinky promise?
You make a pinky promise, you keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise, Paimon throws you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue off so you never lie again.
It's a promise then.
Bye-bye, Tooser. Have a safe trip.
Hey.
Child? So you were here this whole time? What are you hiding for?
Partings are special moments. If he spent his final moments in Liyue seeing me all haggard and weak like this, that's not a memory I want him to leave with. Still, it is a shame that I couldn't see him off by myself. I should have been the one taking him back. I do have subordinates to escort him, but I still feel a little uneasy.
Jeez, don't you think you've spoiled him enough already?
I can't quite explain it, but somehow I felt much more at ease leaving him in your care. Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Remuneration for your services, which I really couldn't have done without...
Aha! So you do have a heart after all.
One other thing. Don't forget our promise now. Let's have a rematch when we get the chance. This time, with my honor as a harbinger on the line.
You best go rest up first. Don't come crying to us when you lose all over again.
Regardless of who wins or loses our next bout, I'd also like to invite you over to my home. I'll introduce you to my other siblings, Tonya and Anthon. They're great kids.
We'll take you up on that offer. Mostly because we already made a pinky promise to Tooser.
I'm sure that he'll be very excited to see you too. Well, that settles it. I'm looking forward to it. Farewell, my friends. Till we meet again. In Snezhnaya.
Выполнили и на этом. Что там у нас? Все? Чисто задания мира остались. Колонны этот надо геокулы собирать. Их 20 там штук или 19 осталось. Вот это, кстати, есть. Я не знаю, что это за хрень. В принципе, наверное, этот восстанавливает подношение адептам. Вот эти две задачи могу сделать. Это тринитец долго будет. Искать надо. А что? Подожди. То, сюда. А здесь все. Пока нету никаких ежедневок. Что у меня нового? Ты все по-старому. Работа, дом, работа. Твою игру, видишь, начал новую играть. Ну как, я отдыхаю от кораблей своего рода. Так, на релаксе. Что у тебя лучше нового, расскажи? Монеты все собираешь, продолжаешь собирать? Уже там, наверное, коллекция, прям музей уже свой. Что там с баннером? Час остался. Не, я час играть не буду, я уже устал. Потом зайду, посмотрю. Конечно, прокручу эти баннеры, молитвы. Посмотрим, что к чему. Кстати, а есть у меня что-нибудь возвысить? Не хватает. Блин, аниме надо долбить долго. Здесь я все скинул на Ноэль. Ей просто повысить можно уровень. И ей также до 70-го. Персу основному также. Кстати, уже есть возможность не просто ее... О, мы ее можем вкачать и тут же получить эту ерунду, да? 100 тысяч у меня есть, кстати. Сколько у меня денег? 300 тысяч. Так, а кто еще у нас тут есть? Возвысить. А, ну это пира криво. Фу, господи. Криво папоротник надо валить. Новые эти монеты. Хорошо. Что ты там играешь? А что, в раз, да, наверное, бегаешь? Здесь не будет. Здесь не будет. Здесь не будет. У Лизы тоже ничего нету. Эмбер тоже долго и нужен этот. Хотя можно сбегать на пира. Хотя потом мне нужно все равно еще количество какое-то. Пусть рандомно качается. Водяного, кстати, можно вкачнуть. Он там не... А не, я Барбару хотел качать. Нам надо качать Барбару. Вот в тот отряд, где, возможно, если лучница выпадет, нам нужна Барбара. Потому что у нас хиллера там нет. Нам нужен хиллер. Полюбасику. Подожди, там не все правильно. Купил себе раз видосы, делай иногда стримы запускаешь. Нифига себе. Нормально у тебя все с качеством? Ты настроил себе там? Блин, а вместо него кого? А, ну вместо него что этот будет? Лучница, точно. Работа дома у меня также. О, на чаре. Работа дома у меня. Кого еще тут хотел глянуть? Не хватит, не хватит. Барбару лучше качать, согласен, кстати. Ну, также, помимо того, что ее выкачать, надо... Да. Помимо того, что мы ее выкачаем, все-таки, блин, меня вот товарищ с Твича уже расстроил, то, что может она и не выпадет. Из-за того, что там крутится рулетка. Причем определенное количество раз. Хз теперь. Вон сундук вижу, который не взял. Но раз мало оперативки, по-моему, 8 гигов нормально. Надо пройти какой-нибудь это. Извилистая тропа, что это? Давай глянем там что-то. Сложно, не сложно. Может, пройдем гробницу эту, блин. Блин, что с Фишель, что с Гуанькой, что с ними все плохо там. Пусть похилятся пока. Совсем хреново со здоровьем мне.
I created another universe and founded paradise. For I, Fischl, am the Prinzessin der Verirrt...
Там максимум, что супчик, да, выдал нам. Что он мне кряхтит? Эта связь, как будто кто-то звонит. Бля, ты прикинь. От планшета какая-то связь идет, бред какой-то. Весь день лежал возле динамиков, ничего, тут начало кряхтеть. Так, и что нам здесь нужно? Уровень какой? 50-й. Че, я не пройду его, что ли? Рекомендуемые элементы гео, ну есть такое. Ну, давай попробуем, не знаю. Да, вот этими товарищами. Главное, чтобы они не сдохли. Ну, по-моему, я тут не прошел, потому что мне просто тупо не давали встать. Или это другая? Не, это другая гробница. Блин, ну ты еще тут загадку, да, надо разгадать? Блин, я пришел сражаться или эту, блин, голову себе ломать? Честно, я не знаю. Интересно, вот я, блин, шел сюда, чтобы реально смахнуться. Увидел загадку. Да ёлы-палы, он еще зажигает не то, что я хочу. Бля, вот я стою напротив этого, она берет, разворачивается, кидает назад. Ну не дура ли? Блин, голимая загадка. Как я ненавижу эту чепуху. Просто жесть какая-то. Как эта херня называется, в которой я нахожусь? Покинуть, конечно. Испытание провалено. Да я вам что, тут мозголом или кто? Я зашел помахаться. Тут загадки какие-то. Давай, выходи, мне название этого помещения. Ну, ожидание среди цветов персика, так называется. Давай. Только серферить будем. Времени нету, нет. Разгадывать эту хероту все. Ожидание среди цветов. Один, два, три, четыре. Вообще изично должно быть. Погнали. Она придумает хероты всякие. Как бы сразу. Херню всякую придумали, блин. Так, назад.
It's not. Wings of darkness, come, sever night from day. It's nothing. Submit.
Фига себе. Еще и на время, еще и малое время. Да хорош! Пипец, просто уроды. Вот это чучело меня бесит. Ну спустись с небес на землю. Да дай мне дебила добить.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Nice and spicy. You're in toast.
It's nothing. Your life is
Шикарно. Венок храбреца. Вот из это. Венок, 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 венок. Храбреца. Бонус лечения, крит. Ясно. По-моему, чтобы там получить достижение, надо еще одно какое-то подземелье пройти. Просто есть где крайне тяжело. Это не оно было, здесь загадка и всякой вот этой фигней шушерой. Там было где 3 робота, и что-то я не мог их пройти. То ли уровень был ниже, то ли еще что. Еще один данж. ХЗ пока. Так, вот здесь вот данж тоже есть. Кстати, ключик я получил здесь, да? Да, выполнено. Ну, давайте здесь еще глянем, что тут можно сделать, пройти. Уровень 60. Крио нужен. Крио нет. И он есть, но он малого уровня. А вместо кого? Вместо Гео. Не. Давайте все-таки попробую, рискну. Он кубок пространства. Что он делает? А, силу атаки. Неплохое. Даже вот первые 2 уже силу атаки на процентном соотношении. Уже хорошо. Давай попробуем. Не знаю, может получится. Как минимум, я помню, где одно святилище есть. Можно будет открыть ключом. Да, да, вот это место я не мог пройти. Летающее говно меня просто бесило. Я пришел. По одному только вставайте, пожалуйста. Сейчас надо всех в кучу собрать. Да ёлы-пал, вот так один прыгает, другой кидает, третий стреляет. О, вообще огонь. И все, один стреляет, другой прыгает. Ты что, не можешь отвернуть? А, я не могу ничего сказать. О, ракеты летят. Уже заставляют просто ульту юзать. О, я вот не знаю, как пройти. Вроде уровень невысокий, но они мне не дают ничего сделать. Тут, наверное, реально этот нужен коморозный хрен. Он хоть контрить будет, останавливать кого-то. Да, ну 2 залпа подряд. Что они хотят? Тот стреляет беспрерывно, причем. Просто беспрерывно херячит. Просто стоит, блин, и бесит меня. Беспомощность моя. Да ёб твою мать, минус сразу.
By royal decree.
Don't waste my time.
Блин, попал по тарт удар и все. Я не знаю, я хз, что с ними сделать. Они просто меня контрят, я не могу не развернуться как надо. Морозный нужен, хрен, чтобы одного кого-то морозило, он не давал ему играть. Они постоянно, он стреляют, дальние атаки они. Слив полнейший, блин. Так, попробовать покинуть. Надо им ульты зарядить сразу. Я хз, как тут можно? Во-первых, близко подойдешь, они начинают крутиться, Маш. Дальше отойдешь, начинаются палить. Он тот, который в воздухе летает, он сразу на расстояние переключается. Он не летает за тобой, ничего. Ему нафиг ничего не надо. Он просто сдалека по тебе лупит с пулеметов, с ракет, всякой херни, пока ты там с этими наземными разбираешься. Естественно, ты с ними не разбираешься, потому что он мешает. Поэтому и вблизи сильно не постоишь, и отойти от них нельзя. Давай еще разочек попробую. Надо их зарядить сначала. У меня они все разряжены, надо зарядить их. О, иди сюда. Еще двоих чутка осталось зарядить. На ком там можно оторваться? Не, внизу к шаманам не надо тратить ультуху только. Ну и где все мобы будут? Блин, то на каждом повороте по каждой тропинке бегает, то ни одного нет. Так, заряжены все, замечательно. Хорошо. Давай еще раз попробуем. Не получится, нет, хренс. Я на этом заканчивать буду. Надо сначала вместе собрать, потом кинуть туда ультухи разные. Ничего не получится.
For the wicked.
О, вот чепушила, блин. Далеко отходить. От них нельзя, ж ты ж прикинь. Вот сейчас зал будет. А ты посмотри. Оу, тихо, тормози. Завалил я их все-таки. Мудини, блин. Писячие. Награда могла быть пощедрее быть. Нету. Спасибо, Монча. Все, я буду на этом заканчивать, уже и так долго играю. Спасибо, кто был, кто заходил, кто лайкушку поставил. Удачки, Моночаре, заходи еще, будет время, возможность. Пообщаемся. Всем пока-пока.